You know, Sean, one of the great pleasures in my life when I was a teenager was taking my GAF Super 8 movie camera, a 3-minute and 15-second film cartridge with my friends and making it an epic. You did the same thing. Who were the people that you did your movies with?
Mostly guys from my tennis team in high school. And we'd get out there at night and shoot, you know. And then we'd tend to splice those 3-minute and 15-second reels together. We had 45-minute movies running through those projectors.
Now, I know the budgets were pretty low at that time, but what kind of effects did you manage to do?
Well, we did, one of our big things was double printing. And then, you know, we'd do some step printing. You know, you could get Kodak to do that at that time on Super 8. I don't know if you can still. Everybody's got it on video. But we did a little step printing and a lot of double printing of images, yeah.
Well, didn't Martin Sheen live in your neighborhood? And didn't you do some movies with his kids?
Yeah, we made a movie called The Dog Movie. Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen were, Charlie was real good friends with my brother, and Emilio was a real friendly acquaintance of mine at the time. I knew him from the beach, and we made a movie about two guys fighting over the custody of a dog.
You know, we spoke a few years ago on colors on a print interview, and you were very gracious with me. When I came back, people were asking me, "Oh, Sean Penn, what was he like? You know, did you get in a fight?" And there seemed to be a lot of like reputation stuff that came first. When you decided to become a director, did you have any problems with people that kind of bought into the reputation thing? Did you have to convince some people to work with you?
Well, you have to go before, you know, on independent films, they get bonded by these completion bond companies. And there was a great Hollywood old-timer named Lindsay, I've lost his last name, Lindsay, Film Finance Company was his company, and he sat me down and gave me a long look. He was like a friend of John Wayne's, you know. And he said, "Sean, you still drinking?" I said, "Not when I work." He said, "All right, we'll bond the picture."
And one final question, and this is for a piece we're doing on aggressive press against normal press, tabloids, that type of thing. I know one time there was one photographer who I think took out an ad in Variety who wanted to challenge you to a fight. Didn't Marlon Brando offer you some advice about that? Yeah,
he said he structured the HBO deal for the fight. He said if he was 50 pounds lighter, he would join me in it. But yeah.
Shooting with Jack Nicholson at night in some of those neighborhoods, did you find yourself getting a lot of strange looks from people who didn't quite believe what was going on in their neighborhoods?
A lot of those neighborhoods are pretty desolate at night. You know, downtown Los Angeles at night, there ain't, you know, anybody with a home on the street. So we had pretty good quiet.
Reuniting Jack Nicholson and Angelica Houston, I remember reading about that when it first happened. Surprised a lot of people. Did it surprise you, and how did the casting come about?
Well, Jack was cast first, and we talked a lot about who could play that part, and he's a big bear in a room. And you got to have another big bear in the room with him if you're going to go head-to-head in the scenes. And then you got a kind of relative age requirement for that parent. And so the list gets extremely short. And then you need a great actress also, and the list gets really short. So it doesn't surprise me that, you know, that we went with Angelica.
You know, Bruce Springsteen, I know a lot of people pursue him about using his music in movies. You've done that now twice. Usually people will approach, you know, music management companies, attorneys. Didn't you approach him personally for Indian Runner about using his song?
Well, I didn't use the song. I based the story on his song. I didn't use the song because it was written post-1968 and the story took place then. But yeah, what had happened is I heard the song a long time ago, and like about 8 years before the movie, and told him then that I'd love to make a movie out of it. And then I wrote it on spec, sent it to him, and he gave me the go-ahead.
Did that surprise you? That?
Well, it thrilled me. I don't know if it surprised me or not. I was proud of the script, and so I was, you know, glad that he, you know, felt good about it.